What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American here today to react to some of my fellow Americans who have no idea how the world works. So today, I want to take a look at some examples of a big problem that a lot of us Americans have, and that is many Americans just don't understand anything that happens outside of the United States. And at the same time, a lot of Americans think that the US is the greatest country in the world and the only place that matters, which is, of course, completely stupid and honestly a very, very closed minded way of thinking. So today, I want to take a look at some examples of Americans saying stuff like this on the internet. So let's take a look at some of these, starting with this is a comment where an American said, his name is Ahmad Al Ahmad. By the way, he's a Muslim man. They don't want you to know that, though. This is talking about the Australia shooting, the Bondi Beach, terrorist attack where there was a shooting. I think 15 Australians died in that attack. I'm sure a lot of you have heard about that, but it's a total travesty. It's horrible, and this is what Americans have to comment about this. For one, a bit racist to start off, to just be like, well, he's a Muslim man, so, but they don't want you to know that. It's like, there, Ahmad Al Ahmad, that's the guy who saved the other people, right? That's the guy from the clip who selflessly jumped in harm's way to didn't he tackled one of the gunmen and wrestled one of the guns away and saved lives. What are you talking about? What does that have to do with being Muslim or not Muslim? He's a hero, and I'm pretty sure he's from Syrian and Australian or something like that. But I don't. What are we even talking about? Are we criticizing him somehow? He's widely recognized as doing an incredibly heroic, selfless act. Such an ignorant American thing to say and to take away from that. What? And then someone else commented saying, no matter where he's from, he's an American hero who saved lives. What are you saying? What? That's the stupidest thing I've heard all month. Maybe all year. Because that's insulting. Are we trying to take credit for this or something? What? It was an Australian guy who heroically, there's video of it. And this American is so stupid, so out of the loop. Do they think that this shooting took place in the United States? This is if you think about this, this is such a self-own, in a big way. I think this guy actually assumed, because it was a mass shooting, it probably occurred in the United States. And most of the time, he would be correct, to be completely honest. This is such a fail on so many levels. And he wasn't American. That's so insulting to not even give credit where credit is due and try to say that it was an American hero who saved lives. It's by wrestling the gun away. That is so bad. That is horrible. Well, I'm glad we can like make fun of this guy and kind of set the record straight because that is so bad. Okay, let's keep going here. It says fourth year of uni and looking kind of traumatized at the fourth year of uni. Is that what people look like by the fourth year? Yeah, I guess. We're talking about university. And they're commenting on something where there's no way I'm doing 4 years of uni without ending my life. Oh my God. Um, but it looks like they did make it to the fourth year of uni, just traumatized, like Rick Grimes there. And then somebody commented saying, "You're not even in America?" What? Yeah, it says here the person who posted this is from Jordan, the country of Jordan. Okay. Why is an American coming in and like just total buzzkill, by the way? They're just making like a joke about making it to the fourth year of university, which is really cool, and how it's hard. This American comes in and is like, "You're not even in America." What does that mean? What does that mean? Do they think that university only exists in the United States? Are they calling them like a liar? There's not too much context here, but what the heck is that supposed to mean? You're not even in America? Like America is the only place with difficult universities? Or even as an American myself, I'm having a little trouble wrapping my mind around what this guy was trying to say. But what a basically, I don't think there's anything where you can just leave the blanket statement, "You're not even in America," and it be okay. That's, oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my. Let's keep going. um, it's 11 in the morning and you're already drunk? What is this? That's the American. The American is saying, it's 11 a.m. and you're drunk? I mean, that is, I don't want to judge, but that is a little early. Um, Someone responded saying, it's actually different times in different places, or zones, as I call them. Is this person trying to teach this American about time zones on the internet? Someone else commented saying, right now it's 11:01 Eastern Standard Time, which is the default on Earth. No. No, you didn't say that. Such a classic example of Americans thinking that the United States is the default. I've seen posts like this where people think that American English is the default, that the way we talk is the default, that this saying that our time zones are the default. Ugh! There's literally an entire planet of time zones, all going all the way around the globe, and it's just, at least this comment got downvoted. If any time zone was default, which is a silly idea, it certainly wouldn't be the Eastern Standard Time. No kidding. Like here in the U.S., you could say like Eastern or Central, like is one of our defaults, but this is such a classic example of an American thinking that something that's normal for us applies to the rest of the world. So they were saying at the beginning, oh, it's 11 in the morning and you're drunk. They were talking to somebody in a different part of the world where it might be the evening. Totally okay to be drunk. um, this American really doesn't understand the concept of a time zone. Like, I know that in America, we are ignorant of a lot of things. A lot of things. Um, but time zones, that is something we're supposed to be taught in school. So I don't know what went wrong. Uh, it says prime time for the American East Coast. Yeah, that's definitely going to be the default of the whole world. Yeah, yeah, no kidding. I think they're being sarcastic. Exactly. That's like, A lot of Americans think that stuff that's normal and the default in America is the default for the planet. That's the best way of saying like what a big problem it is for the way a lot of Americans think about that. Let's keep going. What's your favorite meal from another country? Pizza. And then an American, someone from Iran said pizza. I like pizza. Pizza's from like Italy or. And then an American said, Amer- American food from an Iranian? What a pleasant surprise. If you ever come to New York, look me up. I'll take you to the Mecca of pizza in, in New York. New York City has good pizza, but that is certainly not, it is not from New York. Pizza is from Italy. And then actually another American said, "You're making us all look bad," which is usually my job on these videos, but there's another American who's like, "Dude, you're killing us right now." Then somebody from England said, "Italy is in New York City? I learn something new every day." And then someone said, "They're insane." I, sadly, I'm not that surprised that some Americans don't know where pizza is from, like it's originally from Italy. America takes credit for a lot of stuff, like pizza and hamburgers, just because it's popular here. Pizza is very, 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 very popular in the United States. It's popular in a lot of places, though. And it's definitely not invented here. It's not from here. But in the US, New York is known for pizza, but New York pizza, which originally came from Italy, but not a lot of Americans realize that, I guess. This says, okay, so there's this woman, she is singing, and someone commented saying, "Native American music, such as this, is how I imagine the earth sounds." That's okay, getting a little philosophical or something here. Okay, cool. Somebody said she is actually Siberian. Oh. Oh. Oh, I see. I see what's going on here. So this is just an image on the internet of a woman, and based on her like headband, here in the United States, that's associated with like Native American culture, and but we really shouldn't be jumping to conclusions that someone is Native American, especially if it's like just a random photo on the internet. That's a really big assumption. And it actually turns out she's Siberian. And she might even be famous, like a famous singer or something. I wouldn't know, but I see why a lot of Americans would confuse, because she has like a lot of the characteristics and qualities, and her clothing and her headband is very indicative and of a lot of a Native American culture. But that I was even like confused. So that it really does show that it's a problem a lot of us Americans have, like just assuming if people look a certain way, they have to be from the US, which is obviously ridiculous. But yeah, yeah, that's a good one, actually. This says, "I bet every single one of you is doing this today." This is from Thanksgiving. Um, and not like, I don't know all the countries that even celebrate Thanksgiving. It might not be that many, but here in the US, we had Thanksgiving not that long ago. And to go on the internet where it's a global platform and every country it like can be on the internet and say, "I bet every single one of you is doing this." It's like, no, America doesn't celebrate like random German holidays or like random British holidays or from anywhere in the world. So to go on the internet and be like, "I know everybody is doing this," is like, no, that's an American, especially this. Especially this is an American thing. Like, even if there's other, like, I know Canada does Thanksgiving as well, so there's other countries that do it, but not like this. On top of it, they showed a turkey that's been stuffed with like 12 sticks of butter, which, I mean, maybe that'll taste good when it all melts, but it's such an American thing to stuff your turkey with like that much butter. So that's also not something other countries do, I'm pretty sure. All right, this says Hawaii is foreign? Question mark. Someone commented saying, because she's from Australia, it is foreign. Oh. Then an American commented saying, the foreign country of Hawaii, ha 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 ha. And then people are trying to explain she's not from the USA. Yes, because the world has more than just the USA. Yes. I see. Yeah, this shows like the closed-minded like bubble that we're sort of in the US. For Americans, Hawaii is not foreign. It's part of our home. It's part of the US. So when a lot of Americans hear like, oh, the foreign state of Hawaii or that Hawaii is foreign to them, Americans can't put themselves in other people's shoes. Like imagine you're from some other country. Well, then yes, Hawaii, part of America, is foreign. If you're from Australia, Hawaii is a foreign country. Yes, that is actually true. A lot of Americans just don't ever think about it like that. Um, yeah, that honestly, that just, I think that really stems from how here in the US, we are just not exposed to other countries. Yeah, we're by Canada. Yes, we're by Mexico, but a lot of Americans don't ever travel there. A lot of Americans don't ever leave the country. Whereas in other parts of the world, you guys are really, um, it feels like a lot more accessible to travel to other cultures and countries, which is really cool and obviously broadens your mind. And but this person's from Australia, which is like the most isolate, one of the most isolated countries in the world, and even they understand the concept of a foreign country, that your country can be foreign to other people. So there's really no excuse. Anyway, and with that, I think that's a good place to stop. There's just so much endless proof that Americans really don't understand how the world works. That is for sure. But these were kind of funny, and at least we kind of set the record straight here. So anyway, if you enjoyed this, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment with your thoughts on any of these ridiculous American posts that are stupid. That'd be fun to hear about. And if you're interested in more videos like this, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching, and see you next time.